Hello everybody, my name is Gaddy122 and welcome back to Pokémon Fire Red version. Last time, we went to the Cerulean City gym, challenged Misty the gym leader and all of her trainers, and we were able to secure a win. We also fought a Team Rocket Grunt that burglarized a house, and we were able to not only defeat him, but we were actually able to keep the TM that he stole for ourselves. Even though I tried to give the TM back to the man who lost the TM in the first place, he didn't seem to want it at that point, so we'll keep it for ourselves. This time, we're going to continue on with our adventure as we proceed to Route 5. Now, on Route 5, there is one new Pokemon that we can catch. You are not it. There you are, Meowth! Meowth is the new Pokemon that we can get in this game. Now, going into Meowth as a Pokemon, before I actually talk about using Meowth in terms of battle, there's actually one specific aspect of Meowth that makes it very unique and interesting. Well, two. We'll get into both of them. The first unique thing about Meowth is that it learns a move that, at this point in the series, is exclusive to it. Payday. Payday is a move that actually generates money for you when used in battle. And the amount, I believe, is 5 Poke multiplied by the Pokemon's level. So if Meowth were to use Payday right now, it would give us 50 Poke, which isn't bad. Plus, it's not a half-bad normal move, all things considered. But the other thing, and the biggest draw of Meowth by far, is his ability Pickup. Pickup is an ability that I don't think is taught about much, especially with respect to this specific game. For those of you who are familiar with Pickup, you probably know that Pickup allows you to get certain items from the Pokemon that has the move Pickup. It has the ability to just kind of randomly pick up an item. And the quality of the item that you get is dependent on the Pokemon's level. So the higher the Pokemon's level, the rarer the items get. That is the case in most games. However, in this game, we were still in the early stages of Pickup. This was pre-patched Pickup. So, unlike most cases of Pickup, all the items that you could potentially get from Pickup are all available right from the start. Honestly, it's worth having Meowth in your party, if nothing else, just to have Pickup be used at all times. But to go over what you can get from Pickup, you have a 15% chance of getting an Oran Berry. You have a 10% chance of getting a lot of the status ailment clearing berries, but then we get into the really nice stuff. There's also a 5% chance that you can get a Nugget, which is an item that sells for 5,000 Poke, a PP Up, which increases the amount of power points that a particular move has. How many power points you get depends on the move itself. A rare candy, and the TM for Hidden Power. Now, Hidden Power's TM is very important to point out because Pickup is the only way in Fire Red and Leaf Green that you can actually get the Hidden Power TM. It is not possible to obtain it in this game in any other way. So that alone makes Pickup worth it. Additionally, there are a few berries that you can get 1% of the time. And although they are extremely rare and extremely valuable, they don't really do anything for you in this game. They're actually meant to be traded over to Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald so they can be used to increase contest stats, which is fine, but it's not really helpful in this game. Even so, everything is worth your time, so if you have the ability to get a Meowth, I highly recommend putting on your team, even if it's just temporarily, just for Pickup. That said, however, going to Meowth as an actual Pokemon, it doesn't have particularly great stats, and it doesn't really get all that much better with its evolved form Persian, which, to be fair, you're not particularly far off from getting anyway. I think the only thing that's really worth pointing out about Meowth's evolution Persian is, aside from it having marginally better stats, it will not continue to have the ability to pick up once you evolve it. So, if you decide to evolve Meowth into Persian, you're losing out on the benefits of Pickup, which is why I don't recommend that you seriously raise it. Still, it is a normal type, and normal types tend to have a wide variety of moves that it can learn, so pick your poison, but I'm gonna stick with only having Meowth as a team member for temporary purposes. Gonna get you nice and paralyzed here. Alright, Meowth, the scratch Pokemon. All it does is sleep during the daytime. At night, it patrols its territory with its eyes aglow. Give it a day to capture Meowth? You know what? I will, just because we are going to be using it as a temporary team member, so we're going to call him, or rather her, we're going to call her That's Right. You know why. Okay, so now that we've gotten all of that taken care of, before we actually see what else is on this route, I actually wanted to step back into Cerulean City, because I want to grab that Meowth, but also there's one other thing I want to grab. Okay, so as you can see, my team has changed up a little bit, and I probably have That's Right in the party, but the one other thing I want to point out is that I have brought out the second Nidoran that I caught before. Our time has come, and we are about to do the thing that requires the other Nidoran. So, for the time being, we're going to have Nidoran male in the party, but do not worry, for that will change very soon. Alright, back where we were before, and we're getting caught by wild Pokemon. Okay, this particular house. I run the daycare service. Would you like me to raise one of your Pokemon? So, this is what's referred to as the daycare service. If you give one of your Pokemon to him, he will raise the Pokemon for you in your stead. The way this works is that the Pokemon that you drop off will gain 1 experience point for every step that you take while the Pokemon is in his care. And for those of you who are wondering, you can only drop off 1 Pokemon at the immediate moment. You cannot do 2, you cannot do breeding at this point in the game, so you can only drop off 1. I think just for convenience's sake, and for the sake of making my going back to Cerulean City even more redundant, I think I am gonna drop off a Pokemon. I'm gonna drop off one of the Abras that I got. I'm gonna give him my good Abra. And we'll see where that goes. Again, I don't plan to use Abra for the sake of the team, but for the sake of demonstration, I will have Abra there. So now that we've gotten that little doodah taken care of, let's go into this particular place. What do you have to say, little girl? Hi, do you have a Nidoran? Want to trade it for my Nidoran? So this is why I recommended getting 2 Nidoran males, because with the other one, we can trade a Nidoran male for a Nidoran female. Again, it is possible for you to get Nidoran female in this game, but it's a lot less common than Nidoran male, so this is one of the ways you can kind of bypass things. Plus, now I get to show off the trade animation. Nidoran will be trade to Sage. Bye-bye, Nidoran! And now we have Miss Nido. Take good care of Miss Nido. Thanks, you're a pal. Now then. Now I've gotten that taken care of, let's take a second to take a look at Miss Nido. So Miss Nido, bold nature, meant to trade, comes with a tiny mushroom item. That is not going to be particularly helpful at the immediate moment, but that's going to be very helpful later on. So it's really cool that you get that right from the start. Nothing particularly noteworthy about Miss Nido other than its level is going to be whatever the level of the Nidoran you gave her is. So in this case, since Miss Nido's, well, since our Nidoran was level 7, Miss Nido's level is also 7. But if he had been higher or lower, it would have corresponded the same. Now what happens if I try to go in here? I'm on guard duty. Gee, I'm thirsty though. Oh wait, the road's closed. Yeah, so we cannot proceed any further this way. So if we want to go further than here, we're gonna have to go through the underground path instead. But that's perfectly fine. Now, the underground path is just kind of a long stretch of space right here. There isn't a whole lot we can do here right now, but we do want to keep this place in mind for later because there are some things we can get later. What do you have to say? People often lose things in the darkness of the underground path. Again, we want to keep that in mind for later too. And now, we are on Route 6. Now, unfortunately, this would be the point where we're like, oh, we're in Route 6. There's a new place for us to go. There's new Pokemon for us to catch. But there aren't really any new Pokemon here. Nothing that I haven't mentioned so far. So I think we're just gonna work our way through the trainers one bit at a time. There aren't many bugs out here. Well, why'd you come here? Alright, that's one Weedle down. Many wheels to go, probably. Oh, a Caterpie. Alright, I think we're gonna switch to Kaiser just so we can kind of keep the train going. I need Raitoshi to stay relatively healthy because I know what's coming up, and not everything is going to be as simple as Caterpies and Weedles. I promise you. And like that, Keiko is down. No, you're kidding. No, hardly. Hardly kidding. Alright, now despite what you may think about modern battles, this is not a double battle. These are two individual trainers to fight. So let's go. Who's there? Quit listening on us. Okay, well, wasn't listening in on you. I'm just doing my job of systematically destroying you. Ooh! He has a Squirtle, level 20 Squirtle. It's the first time we've actually encountered a starter outside of our own rival, so it's neat to see that. Nice. We got a paralysis straight away. Why are you using Bubble at this point? I know you have Water Gun. I can tell you that based on my own Pokemon. Ah, there we go. Well, ask and you shall receive. The reason that Water Gun did so much damage is because of Squirtle's ability, Torrent. Because it had low HP, water moves did a lot more damage. I just can't win. Well, you came close to beating one of them. Next. Excuse me, this is a private conversation. Is it? Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna tempt fate any more than I need to because I really need Raitoshi to keep up with Gullywash and Kaiser. Alright, Kaiser got a little experience, that's perfectly fine. Ooh, Pikachu! I don't really have a good way to deal with that at the immediate moment. Except through poison, of course. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. But, worth. Okay, now there is this bug trainer here. I recommend that you prepare yourself because he is no pushover. Alright, guy, what do you got? I've never seen you around. Are you good? I pretend to be. Alright, Budcatcher Elijah sent out Butterfree. Despite what I said about Butterfree, this particular one is relatively infamous of the Gen 1 players. People have they have a hard time with this thing. It is surprisingly durable, and it has a lot of annoying status condition moves, so be very careful when fighting this thing. But if you can't get past it, it's not that big of a deal. There we go. I think that will do it. Alright. Finally a good big W for you, Raitoshi. I think everyone wanted to see it. Raitoshi's trying to learn Slam. Well, there's no harm in it learning Slam. I guess I don't really see myself using Double Team all that much. Yeah, alright, I'll get rid of Double Team for Slam. Okay. You're too good. Oh, right. Raitoshi's poisoned. We have two more trainers that we need to deal with. I think I'm going to give Raitoshi a little bit of a break here. It has gotten to level 20, but it's also struggling with life, so. Me? Well, okay, I'll play. Hopefully you don't have any electric or grass Pokemon. Well, this is just unfortunate timing. Critical hit, of course. It's always a critical hit when you don't need it. Alright, against my better judgment, I am going to send in Raitoshi just because they are birds, and birds are generally beneficial for Raitoshi to fight for a myriad of reasons. I'm gonna roast these birds on a stick. Alright, just a little more Raitoshi, hang in there. Another critical hit Thundershock. Way to go, buddy. Things just didn't work. Yeah, you're telling me. Alright, one more. Huh? You want to talk to me? No, not really. I wasn't even looking in your general direction, but okay. Well, once again, nothing but birds. Why is it that, like, in every RPG, I always get so agitated whenever I have to deal with bird-like things? It's always so annoying. And I do believe this is the first instance of us seeing a Raticate in the field, if memory has not failed me completely. So, yeah, that's what Rattata evolves into. Not that we haven't seen it in the Dex bio, but hey. Oh, man. Paralysis is really hurting me here. I just need one good kick. That's it. There we go. Alright, Kaiser grew level 22. Kaiser's trying to learn Thrash. Excellent. Thrash is an excellent move for Nidoking to learn. I think we're going to get rid of Leer and replace it with Thrash straight up. It's going to be its bread and butter offense. If you think that it's hit hard with Peck and Double Kick, you ain't seen nothing yet. Thrash is going to destroy everything. This stinks. I couldn't beat your challenge. I didn't challenge you! I should bring more Pokemon with me. I feel safer that way. Oh, that's generally good advice. Moving on. Welcome to Vermilion City. This is the next new city that we need to work through in order to progress our journey. And I think we're gonna go ahead and end things here. Again, I know, relatively simple, straightforward episode, but I appreciate the simple ones where I don't have to do a million different bios. And I'm sure some of you appreciate that too. So, next time on Pokémon Fire Red, we're going to explore Vermilion City and see what all there is to do. See you guys then.